Are mortgage rates due to increase in 2021? Thank you for tuning in to your Loan Guy Joe's Mortgage Minute. Thank you for tuning in to Joe's Mortgage Minute for today, Tuesday, February 23rd, 19. Thank you for tuning in to Joe's Mortgage Minute. I'm your Loan Guy Joe, and today is Tuesday, February 23rd, 2021. Take a listen. So now we go like this. So currently we are experiencing historically low mortgage interest rates. Over the last 50 years, Freddie Mac average has been 7.76. Today, that average is 2.81. So we've been experiencing some some historically low interest rates. Over the last 50 years, Freddie Mac's average rate has been 7.76. Today, that's 2.81. Is it going to continue? Many homeowners, many home buyers and refinancers have taken advantage of this historically low rates over the last 12 months. Have you? However, there is no guarantee that these mortgage interest rates will remain low forever. I'm reading now. As Mark Fleming stated, the chief economist from First American, the chief economist at First American, Mark Fleming stated, "You know, the fallacy of economic forecasting is don't ever try and forecast interest rates, and or more specifically, if you're a real estate economist, mortgage rates, because you will always invariably be wrong." Say it again. You know, the fallacy of economic forecasting is don't ever try and forecast interest rates, and or more specifically, if you're a real estate economist, mortgage rates. You know, take three. You know, the fallacy of economic forecasting is don't ever try and forecast interest rates, and or more specifically, if you are a real estate economist, mortgage rates, because you will always invariably be wrong. Now, many things impact interest rates: the economy, inflation, Fed policy. Now, many things impact interest rates: the economy, inflation, Fed policy, just to name a few. Though not necessarily the Fed fund rate. We all hear on the news that the Feds are reducing interest rates. A year ago it was 1.25, now it's at 0.25, and everybody gets excited thinking that interest rates are dropping. Mortgage rates, as I shared many times before, have nothing to do with the federal fund rate policy. That's between banks, that's between the big boys. But what does correlate with mortgage rates? Find out. So a little side note, as I've shared many times before, the Fed fund rate has nothing to do with mortgage interest rates. And everybody gets excited when the Fed announces that they're going to reduce the mortgage rate. As I shared in the past, many times before, the Fed fund rate has absolutely nothing to do with mortgage rates. Yet people get excited when the Fed announces that they're lowering the interest rates. Last year, it was at 1.25. Now, today, 0.25. But still, that has no correlation between the Fed fund rate and mortgage interest rate. So what does? Is there a metric that we can actually see to show the possibility of mortgage rates going up or down? Yes, there is. There has been one metric over the past 50 years that have a strong correlation between itself and the mortgage rates, and that is the 10-year Treasury note. Now, there has been one metric for the past 50 years, since 1972, that had a very... Now, there has been one metric for 50 years, since 1972, Now, there has been one metric for the past 50 years, since 1972, that has a strong correlation between itself and mortgage rates, and that is the 10-year Treasury rate. Where's graph number 1? So I'm going to read graph. So turn to the picture. Now in this graph, it details the relationship since Freddie Mac started keeping mortgage records. In this graph, Freddie Mac, Here's a graph detailing the relationship since Freddie Mac started keeping mortgage rate records in 1972. There's no denying the close relationship between the two. Over the last 5 decades, there has been an average of 1.7 point spread between these two rates. It is this long-term relationship that has some forecasters projecting an increase in mortgage rates as we move throughout the year. And this has been because, And all of this speculation is because of the surge in the 10-year Treasury rate shown here. The spread between the two is now 1.53, indicating mortgage rates could rise. We loan officers have already seen a bump in rates. Second reading. As Joel Kahn, Associate VP of Economic Forecasting for the Mortgage Bankers Association, reveals, expectations of a faster economic growth and inflation continue to push Treasury yields and mortgage rates higher. Since hitting a survey low in December, the second read. As Joel Kahn, Associate VP of Economic Forecasting for the Mortgage Bankers Association, reveals, expectation of faster economic growth and inflation continue to push Treasury yields and mortgage rates higher. Since hitting a survey low in December, the 30-year fixed rate has slowly risen and last week climbed to its highest level since November of 2020. Okay. So, how high is the interest rate going to go? No. So, how high will the interest So how high will interest rates rise in 2021? Who knows? However, Sam Cater, chief... Hey, Toby! Shh. However, Sam Cater, chief economist for Freddie Mac, recently suggested, while there are multiple temporary factors driving up rates, the underlying economic fundamentals point to rates remaining in the low threes for the year. Now, what does this mean for you specifically if you are a potential home buyer or a potential refinancer? Well, even a slight increase, let's just say half a point, would make a big difference on your loan. If we went from 2.81 to 3.31, take a look. On a $300,000 mortgage, that difference, including principal and interest, is $82 a month, $984 a year, or a total of $29,000. Toby, shut up. On a $300,000 mortgage, that difference, including principal and interest, is $82 a month, $984 a year, or a total $29,520 over the life of that home loan. So here's the bottom line. Because of that symbiotic relationship between the 10-year treasury rate and mortgage interest rates, it looks like things are going up. And now it's not a time to waver or sit on the fence. If you're going to buy it now. Better to buy today than yesterday? No. So what's the bottom line? Well, based on the 50-year symbiotic relationship between the treasury interest rates and the mortgage rates, we can tell that it is slowly creeping upward. So if you're sitting on the fence, thinking whether I should or shouldn't, I'm telling you, you should. Today is better than tomorrow. Now, if you're going to be great about it, today's better than tomorrow. So what's the bottom line? Well, if you're on the fence thinking, should I buy or should I wait? I think you should buy today. Today is better than tomorrow. Remember, you're saving money and you'll be saving money on interest and you'll be gaining appreciation faster. Why wait? No. Remember, you'll be saving money on the interest rate today versus tomorrow, and you'll be able to cap. Remember, you'll be saving money on the interest rate payment today than you will be possibly tomorrow, and you'll be able to capture that appreciation now rather than later. It just makes sense to buy now or refinance sooner than later. Thank you for tuning in to Joe's Mortgage Minute. Thank you for tuning in to Joe's Mortgage Minute for this day, Tuesday. Thank you for tuning in to Joe's Mortgage Minute for Tuesday, February. Thank you for tuning in to Joe's Mortgage Minute. Today is Tuesday, February 23rd, 2021. I'm your loan guy, Joe. I'll catch you on the next video. I'm your loan guy, Joe. I'll catch you on the next video. No. I'm your loan guy, Joe. I'll catch you on the next video. Oh, no. Thank you for tuning in to Joe's Mortgage Minute for today, Tuesday, February 23rd, 2021. Please like, share, and make comments and help me spread the word. I'm your loan guy. Blah, blah, blah. I'm your loan guy, Joe. Thank you for tuning in to Joe's Mortgage Minute. No. I'm your loan guy, Joe. I will see you on the next video. Perfect.